What's up, my little pretties? It's your mistress, Lioness here, and today we are going to review another zombie movie. And today, I've been wanting to review this one for a while, and today we're going to review this movie, and it's called Burial Ground: The Nights of Terror. Well, it's Burial Ground, but it's also known as The Nights of Terror, or aka The Zombie Dead, or whatever you guys prefer to call it. This one is directed by Andre Bianchi or Bianchi, whoever it is. And this is an Italian zombie film that came out in 1981, which it came out in the same year The Fox and the Hound did. And I honestly have to say, this one was actually a good zombie movie. There are reasons why I like this movie, and I think there's maybe one or two negatives I have to say about the movie, but maybe there is, but I can't honestly, point it out. But if it comes back to me while I'm reviewing it, I'll let you guys know. Okay. Anyways, with that said, let's begin with the review. Now, before I start, as I always tell people, that I'm going to be spoiling pretty much everything about the movie. So if you guys don't want me to review the movie, well, if you guys don't want me to spoil the movie, or if you don't want to hear me spoil it, I highly recommend you click off this video right now and go watch another of my reviews if you like. And with that being said, let's begin. Now, basically, since this took in place in Italy, it's taken at a city that is a couple of kilometers away from Rome in Italy. This movie actually was filmed in a city, not far from Rome. So basically, the movie starts off with a professor who is, digging in some sort of cave, and he discovers, the zombies inside the cave. But however, he gets killed in the cave by getting bitten by two zombies, and the film cuts to, free couples going to this one mansion for the weekend. And of course, one of the couples in this car, when they're going up there, has a son named Michael. And when they get up to the mansion, they're greeted by the butler named Nicholas and the maid named Catherine, who takes everyone in. Now, the first night they end up doing some, I'm gonna say that there was some scenes that is not appropriate for kids. We all know that. It's kind of there was some sexual stuff that is in there that I'm not gonna go too detail into it, but you guys can already tell what's going on. So, yeah, that's basically what I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna say, I'm not gonna go into too much detail on the sex scenes. Well, I'm not gonna go into any details on that because, well, nobody really needs to know. Nobody needs to know, so I could definitely say nobody needs to know. But if you guys want to check out this movie, you can go and have a look. The movie is on YouTube, so I think I posted the link on Discord on a few of my channels. I think it was on my Discord server, so if you guys want to check out the movie, you're more than welcome to check it out if you want. Now, with that said, the three couples are hanging in there basically in the mansion, and they all go out to do their own thing. Like, one couple goes out to take pictures at the opening and stuff. One couple goes off, to write a letter and kind of, explore. And one couple decides to go to the, kind of like a workshop area. And we see them, all hanging out and having fun until, the zombies start coming out of under the ground and start trying to attack them. So basically, all these couples have to, get away from the zombies in order to, stay safe. However, though, we see right here in the model builder's workshop, Evelyn and George, the two parents of Michael, their son, they end up getting, ambushed almost by a few zombies, and George ends up getting eaten alive while Evelyn and Michael escape. So, of course, there is a few scenes where Evelyn lights a few zombies on fire, which I thought that was really cool. And then there was another scene where one of the couples is running away from the zombies, and this girl Janet, she gets her foot stuck in a bear trap, and Mark is trying to get the bear trap off of her, but however, he couldn't do it by himself. But however, they were being attacked by two zombies, but however, another couple, Leslie and James, they basically killed the two zombies and they saved their friends, and they basically free Janet from the bear trap. So back at the hotel, they meet up with Evelyn and Michael, and they got the professor's butler and maid, and they decide to, barricade themselves inside the mansion from the zombies. But however, as one of them, goes off alone, Catherine, the maid, she ends up going off to close one of the doors, but however, she ends up getting decapitated by one of the zombies who used like a scythe, like kind of like a weapon to do it. So basically, that's how she dies. And we get another scene where Leslie ends up, looking at Aunt Janet's ankle that's been badly bruised. So she goes down to go get some, medical supplies. But however, she ends up getting pulled out of the broken mirror by a zombie, and she ends up getting bitten on the head. I think you could probably clearly see the bite mark on her head when she wakes up as a zombie, which I'll explain that later. So as people were trying to, survive as long as they can, Michael seems to have a weird relationship with his mother, and I could definitely say that it's kind of not right, despite the fact that they're mother and son. So it's kind of, that's kind of something that really cringes me, and that's kind of one of the negatives I have to say about the movie, but I will be, talking about that at the end. And so Michael, tries to, do some nasty stuff to his mom. Well, not in a way that, well, kind of in a way, but not really, but I don't really know. But, of course, Evelyn gets mad with Michael and shoos him off, and Michael ends up finding a zombified Leslie, so he gets killed, but you don't see him get killed, though. You see, Michael giving a blank stare to Leslie, and then the camera just cuts off to another scene. The next scene we see is, Leslie, no, not Leslie, Evelyn goes to look for her son Michael, but however, when she goes to find Michael, she finds, that Michael's blood was like in the bathroom, all that, and we found out that he's been killed by a zombified Leslie. So Evelyn basically gets really mad with Leslie and starts, basically yelling and screaming at her, kind of having like a mental breakdown. And she basically, kills Leslie, the zombified one. So the group decides to let the zombies in, thinking that there's something in the house that they want. But they don't know. Well, that's kind of a stupid idea of them to do that. So, since James takes a look and sees that Leslie's dead and Michael's dead, the remaining, people decide they need to escape. However, as they were getting out, the butler Nicholas decides to go and get some weapons for everyone to escape with. But however, though, he ends up encountering the zombified professor, and of course he gets bitten in the neck, and he basically dies, which of course results in the remaining survivors, hiding in an underground place or something away from the zombies, and they spend the night there. However, the next morning, they go to find a monastery. So James goes and has a look around, but he ends up going into this one room where there's like a bunch of people there, and he thought there were humans there, so he tries to, beg for help, but then he realizes in the last minute that there's zombies. So as soon as he finds that there's zombies, he ends up trying to escape, but he ends up getting eaten. So Mark and Janet and Evelyn go find James in that room with all the zombies, and they're basically screaming their heads off, and they run away from the monastery, and they go into some sort of model builder's workshop in the woods. However, they try to go, up to like upstairs, but however, a zombie blocks their way, which of course, the stupid thing is that they cornered themselves. Like, they had like a group of zombies, out the way they came into the shop, and then there was like a zombie up there. So of course, the zombified Michael comes back to life, and Evelyn, like, does not know that he's a zombie now. She's like kind of like in denial kind of speak when she, says, "Oh my god, I'm so glad you're here, Michael." But of course, let's just say that there was something really cringeworthy that I'm not going to say because I would get demonetized in the future. Sure. I'm not monetized now, but I would get demonetized if I say that. So, basically, Michael bites Evelyn and it ends up killing her, and Mark and Janet ends up getting killed by the zombies, but you do not see them both get killed by the zombies. And that's pretty much the end of the movie. Now, what did I think of this movie? I actually say that it's one of those guilty pleasure movies that actually, kind of one of the good zombie films. Even though it's an Italian zombie film, it's still a good movie. I could really say that the zombies look really cool. Like, they look like skeletons and stuff like that. Even though they're kind of like, kind of messed up in a sort of way. The concept was just amazing. But the thing I could really say is confusing is, it's called the Nights of Terror. It's only taking place on one night. Well, technically one night they have like a sexy night one night. And then the next night, that's when they just chill. Then the zombies come around and, it only takes place in one location and at one night. It's not like it's not like they're taking place, it's not like they're surviving for days, it's none of that. That kind of is a little disappointing, but at the same time, it's kind of, original. And I understand it's an Italian zombie film, so what did I expect? The acting was really good, I can definitely say. I love the actors in this movie. However, though, I have seen the Italian dub of this, but I think it got deleted off of YouTube. I don't remember. But just comment if you do know there is one. But however, though, I could definitely say that the English dub was really good. And, I like the gore of this, even though there was a lot of gore scenes. They were actually pretty good. It's kind of like reminding me of a George A. Romero film, which is really cool, to be honest. I can definitely say that this movie was just a little better than Dead Clowns. However, though, Shaun of the Dead is actually a really good movie as well, so I can definitely say. This movie, there were a lot of cringeworthy scenes that I couldn't really say, but I can definitely say that they were kind of cringeworthy. There were a lot of cringy scenes that I can definitely say that I was cringing at while watching it. The scene about, what Michael was doing to his, to his mother, I cringed a lot at those scenes because I was like, oh my goodness. This weird son is even though he's played by Peter Bark, even though he's one of the kids that plays in it, does a lot of inappropriate things to his mother, which I'm not gonna say, but you can already tell what he did. So if you guys want to know, you can watch the movie. I'm pretty sure I have it on Discord. If not, maybe I'll pin a comment down below with the link, maybe. But, that's all to say. But I could definitely say that this movie was actually pretty good. However, the negative I have to say was the fact that what Michael was doing to his mom, it's kind of cringeworthy in the most reasonable and nicest way I could say. But the rest of the film was actually really good. I really do like it. I'm gonna say right now that this is simply... Oh yeah, I like the concept. It was good. The storyline was pretty interesting, I could definitely say. But there were some flaws in this. Just only a few flaws, but I guess I already said that, and you guys probably should already know. And I'm gonna say right now that this is simply my own personal opinion, and if you disagree with me, that's fine too. We're all entitled to our own opinions regards to this movie, and this is simply my own personal thoughts. My final rating of this movie is going to be an 8.5 out of 10. It's getting an 8.5 out of 10 is because the plot line was good, the movie was good, the storyline, the concept, the characters were good, the actors were amazing, the gore was great, the zombies looked really freaky. But the scenes, what Michael was doing to his mom is kind of cringeworthy. and there was very cringy, and there was even some parts that were cringy as well. So that's kind of why I was like, oh my god, when I saw those. But other than that, this was a really good movie, and for those who are zombie fans, I highly recommend you check this movie out if you haven't. Now, with that said, and what did you all think about this movie? Did you enjoy it? Did you not? Also, what would you have done in person to help make this movie a lot better? Leave me know what your thoughts are down in the comment section down below. On the channel, Lioness, thank you so much for watching today's episode, and if you're brand new here to this channel, be sure you like, comment, and subscribe because I make brand new videos every single day. Don't forget to ring the notification bell to whenever I upload, so you will not miss an upload. And with that said, I will be seeing you all in the next review or next video. Peace out.